Yo, what's up? This is your boy Derek Branch here of Memphis Wire on Strike Seven Sports. Today's video is going to preview and predict the Memphis Tigers' upcoming game, which is on Wednesday tomorrow against Temple. Pretty much a last place team in the American Athletic Conference. But as we know by now, none of these teams, none of these games is going to be a left win for Memphis. As we see that the standings right now. Temple is in last place in the conference with a 1-8 record, 1-8 record and 8-14 overall. They've lost like seven straight games going into this matchup. But as for Memphis, they're coming off an emotional victory over Wichita State, 65-63. A game that was emotionally draining for them. A game that they had to rally from behind late in the second half to beat Wichita State, which was a team that has a losing record. So with the win, they got to continue. They got to continue doing that because now we're in the month of February, and February is a short month, as many of you already know. And within this short month, if you're a team on a bubble or in one of those gray areas, those bracket areas where they have you penciled in to determine whether you're a last four in or a first four buys, the margin for error for you is slim. So the margin for error for Memphis is slim because they pretty much given up all the grace that they had with these by going on that 4 game losing streak. But there's still hope. Clemson did us a favor tonight by beat North Carolina, so that means that victory. When Memphis defeated Clemson early in the season, that victory looks a lot good now. Looks a lot better now. So with that being said, you go into this matchup against Temple. Will we get to see that Memphis team? Can we see that team that we saw in, uh, prior to playing in the AAC competition? Maybe, maybe not. Things pretty much have been exposed in these last couple of games of how bad defensively the Tigers are. And regardless of how better you are against the opposing team from a talent perspective, if you cannot defend these teams, these lower tier teams that you play against in the American, it's going to beat you. That's just the facts right there. But for this game, Temple is not a good team. They're not a good team. They're not the force that they once was. You know, last year, I believe, I think this was the game that where Kendrick Davis put up a buzzer beater and beat Temple the last minute. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Temple or it was Tulsa. I believe it was Temple. Put up a buzzer beater shot and beat Temple. Um, this year, um, this is also the return of Nicholas Jourdain, former Temple Owl, returning back to Philadelphia to play his former team. So a little storyline going right there, to think about as well. But for this to display a level of defense consistently from the first half to the second half, it ain't gotta be perfect. But if they can do that, defend, have a little more discipline on the perimeter, 3-point defense, they could win this game easily. They really should. You know what I'm saying? Because Temple has nothing to play for. Um, if we're being honest, they're not gonna turn the season around. Nothing they're gonna do is gonna turn the season around or, you know, get them to, have a lesser pad of opposition going into the AAC tournament. Their season is going nowhere. But they probably come into this game motivated like everybody else that have played Memphis in the conference, regardless of how bad they may be, losing record. They'll be playing inspired. It could be there's a chance they'll play inspired basketball. And Memphis, you're not on the road. You are not. Well, my bad. You know, you're not playing FedEx Forum. You're into their place. Time to go. Time for you to lock in and get a victory. You know, real is that simple. You know what I'm saying? Defense, I don't expect it to be perfect tomorrow, regardless of playing defense. You know, um, Temple, they've lost 7 straight. Best win came against Drexel back in November. That was a long time ago now, man. And the only play in the conference is against Wichita State, a team that Memphis beat recently on Saturday. And ball security gonna be crucial for the Tigers because Temple takes care of the basketball. 43rd and they're 43rd in turnover percentage, and they're forcing 13 turnovers per game. So that's going to be the number one thing to watch out for in this game. Ball security, ball security for the Tigers. Um, you know what's interesting though? In each of these games, during this recent stretch, a lot of these teams they may have losing records, but each team that they've played, that Memphis has played, each of these teams have something that they're really good at that causes Memphis to stumble. Think about it. UTSA, it was the 3 pointers. Shoot. UAB it was about playing defense. They just pretty much blitzed them and rebounded. The rebound game was huge, you know? So they can take care of the ball, play defense. They should win this game. If they don't, we could be in for another long, dramatic night down in Philadelphia. Because I could see Temple forcing the Tigers to turn the ball over and get points off of these turnovers, and could easily win the game. You know, but with that being said, for tomorrow's game, I got the Tigers winning this matchup. It won't be a perfection. I don't think it's gonna be a slide victory. But I got the Tigers winning the second straight game. And going into this playing into this recent stretch we're in right now. Got them beating Temple by a score of 81 to 73. 81-73 over Temple. Head back home, have a few days off, and get ready for Tulane to rematch on Sunday, which is going to be, I think, a huge game, a game that the Tigers need to win for a multitude of reasons. I keep harping back on what happened last year, where Tulane beat Memphis twice last season during the regular season, but Memphis avenged the loss in the conference tournament. This year, the game is twice as big. So you need to get a win tonight, tomorrow night, and a win this Sunday against Tulane. So we'll see how it play out. All right, so that's off right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. What are your score predictions for tomorrow's matchup between Memphis and Temple? Also, check out strike7sports.com/Memphis Tigers for latest content on the Memphis football and basketball programs. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.